Hey guys, in this video I will share some of the most important tips I have learned while playing jungler in solo queue. In this one I'm going to play Dyrov. Normally you'll want to play him in the XP lane because you want to equip him with Flicker. But if you know what you're doing as a jungler, then you can still do very well if even we're considering unusual picks for the jungler, such as Lunox. During the draft phase, you want to check on the minimap which lane is the gold and experience lane, and plan your rotation accordingly. It's usually recommended to start with the buff that is on the opposite side to the gold lane because you want to rotate and gank the opponent's ADC first. This is usually the most efficient rotation in solo queue, but if you are playing 3 or 5 man, then it's a different story. If you are playing a jungler with tons of HP such as Freddy and Barat, Bloody Retribution is pretty good, since you will be able to deal and steal a lot of HP from the opponents. But usually for the rest, it's recommended to use Retribution. That extra mobility is extremely helpful to either secure a kill or escape from a tricky situation. Flame Retribution might be good for a jungler that has lots of mobility already and will benefit a lot from the extra stats, such as Hayabusa. But even then, you can still choose either Ice or Flame Retribution. This Veil did an excellent move here. He stepped back when the small creep was about to die, so he only steal the gold and experience from the jungler. I think he watched my latest match video. Winky face. If you are playing a melee hero, always stack these two jungle camps together. Just remember that the creeps that give buffs will come back to you once if it leaves its designated area, but the rest of the small creeps won't. Before the match even starts, it's always a good idea to check the opponent's draft, especially their jungler. After playing many games, you will learn which jungler are stronger in the early game. If you are playing one that is way stronger than the opponents, then you can play well more aggressively and even invade their jungle in the early game. If you are quite low, make sure to get some health back before attempting to take the neutral objectives. Usually in high rank games, the opponents will contest it if they can. You don't want to end up in a situation where you did most of the work and then they just come and kill you and get the neutral objective as well. Sylvana made her intention way too obvious. She should have gotten a bit closer, so it would have been easier to land her ult. I know it sucks to not be able to keep your buff, but sometimes you just gotta learn to let go when things are not working out. Just work on yourself, focus on your goals, and by the time the next buff show up, you'll be ready for it. And if not, there will always be a next buff. Keep taking their jungle camps whenever possible. It's almost like getting double the farm, since not only you're getting more fed, but you're also taking away precious gold and experience from the jungler. Dyrov is an extremely powerful hero even without many items, because his second skill literally removes all physical resistance from the opponents. When you know you are playing such a strong early game hero, make sure to take advantage of it, and don't be too afraid to engage the opponents. On the contrary, if you are playing such a weak early game hero like Yin Sun-Shin, then you might want to play a bit more conservative, and wait until you get your core items for the power spike. Usually when you have the advantage, just keep the pressure on. No need to go back and take your own jungle, when you can take the opponents instead. Instead of going for the marksman here, who is already quite underfarmed, it's better to go for the target that's been getting tons of kills, so you can get that shutdown kill bonus. Always pay attention to the map, doesn't matter which role you are playing.
Legendary. Destroy the turret.
If you ever want to pick a weak early game jungler, then you will want your team to have some very solid early game mid and roam heroes, such as Lilia, so they can protect your jungle for any potential early game invasion.
Legendary.
This white flicker is usually recommended for Dyrov, so you can land his ult more often. When you're way ahead, don't throw your life away just for a single kill. If the opponent's jungler or ADC get that shutdown kill, you are basically giving them a chance to make a comeback. As the jungler, one of your main priorities is to secure neutral objectives when the situation seems right.
There's just a fine line between this.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
Took an unnecessary risk here, but was a bit desperate to get out of their base since their whole team had just respawned.
Let me walk you into the underworld.
Legendary.
My enemies will face the test of the human head.
Mia is quite scary in the late game. Probably a dominance ice over immortality here would have done the trick.
Our turret is under attack. Your team destroyed a turret. Unstoppable.
I've slayed countless foes for his excellency.
Legendary. Monster kill. Legendary.
Athena's shield helped me completely neutralize Zed's damage in this game. Without it, I probably would have died multiple times from his spawn, which deals an absurd amount of damage in mid to late game. That's why it is important to always adjust your build according to your opponent's heroes and not just stick to one single build for every single match. That's all for this video, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy it. See ya.